Hi. If you can see me, please comment because I really don't. I'm using my phone. Hi, Prissy, it's you. I'm so nervous, Priscilla. Have you done this before? I'm so nervous. God. I'm even trying to see how I can use my laptop to watch myself because I'm using my phone. Let's see. How do I? Okay. Hi. I hope so, man. I hope so. I'm so nervous. Priscilla, how far now? How are you doing? I just said let me do my makeup. I'm talking to people, or I don't know how many people will tune in, but anyways, we move. I'm just saying. I mean, we're still very early, and you're quite early. Do you sleep on YouTube? Yeah, cause I don't know how to stream on landscape because I'm using my phone. Let me see. Ah, wait. Oh no. How do I make it? Wait, it's not locked. It says rotation is locked. Rotate device back. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll continue streaming like this. I don't know. Abio, we move regardless. Hey, okay. I mean, it's fine. Priscilla, since you're the only one here, thank you for supporting me always. I love you from the depth of my heart. Hey, heart? I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me. But yeah, how's your January been so far? Like, how's your year been? 2022. How's it going for you? Mine came with a blow. A blow. What I never expected, but I mean, it's life, I guess. It's life. I hope this live doesn't get boring. I'm only used to Instagram live. I'm telling you, like, see, I don't even know where to start from. Like, January just came. At first, when we entered the new year, I was saying, oh, yeah, I feel some energy. I feel some positive vibe. Like, I was having some very good vibes about, 2022, 2021. But God showed me that life, hi, if you're here, please just say hi. Hello. God showed me that we make plans, but He knows what's up. So I'm just like, okay, no worries. Work has been stressful. Like, I mean, what happened? What was the huge blow or more? If I start to talk, I don't know. I think I just realized that, like, I was keeping a lot of excesses or excess baggage. I felt like I had not really evaluated myself well enough to actually give space for who I really want to be as an individual, as a person. So I just found myself very sensitive to a lot of, I've always been a sensitive person, but then I just found myself to be extra sensitive to things that don't really matter. It's a hit, like it's a blow. I found myself being sensitive to things that don't really matter, things I'm not supposed to care about. I mean, I still find myself caring about things I'm supposed to care about because I'm human. But in this case, I think I just needed a break to just pause and reflect on myself. Like I needed to, which is what I did most of January. Like thank God it's coming to an end, but like I just felt like for me to attract the right people to me, I need to be right myself. Like for me to attract the right energy around me, I need to be that as well. And I needed to like love myself more, not to accept BS. Like I needed to. Hi, if you're just joining, oh, we're three. I'm happy that we're three. Hello. Say hi. I'm just talking about January as a whole. If you want to tell me how your January was, but I just needed to like reflect on my life and just spend time with myself. Um, how do I even explain? I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. I just really, really, really needed to take a break on hanging around. Hello, hanging around people, not because they're bad. I mean, not everyone is bad, like. But then there was a lot of things I was tolerating that I realized that I shouldn't be tolerating anymore. Hello, the favorite. Hello, say Allah. I just hope I don't butcher the name. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I just really, really, really needed that break from people, just to get back. When people say self confidence, they just talk about self confidence. Self confidence, sometimes it sounds like a myth, like um you say you have self confidence, but then some things actually shift you, and sometimes you feel that, oh, because when you say you're confident in yourself, nothing's supposed to move you, which I think is a lie. We have our like up moments, we have our happy moments, and we have our really, really down moments where it's like you start thinking about your life, and it's like, what? I appear confident on the outside, but like deep down, I'm shaking. Like I'm just like, no, am I really this? Am I really that? And some things that people might even say to you can actually move you. Thank God. I mean, not thank God in a bad way, but like, I'm not 30, oh. I'm not 30, but I'm in my late 20s. So I think I've had a lot of experience when it comes to life. I, I think I've had a lot of experience. And for the longest of time, I think for me, when I hit 20, I mean, I grew up alone, right? My brother came in, my brother is really, really young. So I grew up alone. Hi, if you're just joining. I said I'm supposed to be doing my makeup. Anyway, so I grew up alone, and honestly, I felt that um, I always wanted to be an adult really quickly, which is, I don't even know why. Like, I wanted to, I've always been the mature, quiet, reserved type. So for me, that just came naturally, even with decisions that I make. I wasn't the type to just explore life. You know how people say enjoy your 20s, enjoy life and all those things. I was not that type. I was the type to be very, very critical, very, very like be very stern when it comes to decision making and all of those things. And I felt like I don't think it robbed me of my youth, but I feel that I could have enjoyed more, you know. I didn't even know that adulting can be this difficult as well. Since we're talking about adulting, like decision making, career wise. I mean, I was already in medical school, anyways, but like when I finished medical school, that decision making on where to go, what to do after, if to specialize, what I want to do with my life as a whole, if I want to actually like do clinical medicine, or if I just want to be a boss and have my own business, or just go into something totally different from what I'm used to. And even if I wanted to continue clinical medicine, very hard, and I did not know that the decision part is actually the hardest. And when I used to ask my parents, so what should I do, they're like, it's your life, it's your choice. And I can't believe that I'm left with everything to decide. I grew up with my parents deciding the school I was going to go to, with the well, they didn't decide my course, but my dad used to say professional course because he thought like for professional course you always have a job. Hi, please, if you're just joining, just say hello so I can, say hello to you and connect with you as my loyal subscriber. But yeah, deciding on where to go just hit me. That was 2 years ago, and that's why I just stayed put here. I'm just like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm just going to be here. And that gave me a lot. That's where my anxiety came from. So I have a lot of anxiety. I think I'm a bit better, thank God, because I just had to incorporate God in my life more. Not that I never did, but I'm always the type that felt that if it's for me, it's gonna work out. Even if I do, like, I wouldn't stress for it. That's my mentality. If something is for me, it's going to work out, and I'm not gonna stress for it. The job I have now, it just came to me on a platter. Like, I did not stress, and I'm just grateful to God for that. And that's how I know that God is involved. So yeah, adulting has really hit me. I already used to pay my bills. I mean, living away from home and schooling abroad, you are used to paying your bills, even though the money comes from home. But you can squander that money and it go into other things, and you'll be left broke, and you can't ask your parents for money again because they've already provided the money for that month. Yeah. So that already, I was already used to that lifestyle of like paying my bills, or like sharing my money and all of those things. But yeah, hi, if you're just joining, hi, please say hello. What I'm just talking about, I mean, from the title, life in general. How's your 2020 been so far? How's your January been so far? And I think, like, in this, since I actually used this January to reflect on my life a lot more, do you guys believe that the whole of my medical school, I came to Hungary in 2010? Yeah, 2010. I've been in relationships. I mean, it's not like it's multiple, but the whole time there was always someone tied to me. And if you know me, I'm a serious-minded person. Like, I'm not in a relationship for, like, I'm not joking here. If I say I'm going to do this thing with you, then I'm going to do it with you, and we go all in 100% in. That's me. Like, I'm not one leg in, one leg out. I think that can be very stressful, and I'm not the type to keep secrets. I don't know how to play two people at the same. It's just very stressful for me. So I've never had that mentality of let's just play along, it's just a phase. For me it was, yes, we are doing this for real, and we are going further in life with this. I don't even know where it will, like, for me, I don't even think I even reflected on where it's going to take me to. Gosh, I'm supposed to be doing my makeup. I didn't think that we are going to get married. I didn't have that mentality, but I just knew that, yeah, this is something serious, And so I was in that for like the whole time I was in medical school. I was in a relationship, and what I've learned from that is that I wish I wasn't. No regrets though, but I wish I wasn't. Hello, if you're just joining, please say hi. Nobody's saying hi to me, and that's not fair. Yeah, so I'm saying I wish I wasn't. I wish I explored life more. I wish I traveled more. Because, I mean, I had more time then. Now I have to plan, like, going on break or holiday it literally takes planning. I have to plan with my boss that I'm going to go on holiday. Even the one I went for in December, that was even tug of war, really. Like, they didn't want to let me go because I was the only doctor there. So they're like, okay, so if I go, who's going to cover me? And I already provided people that are going to cover me, but it's like, they're not, maybe they didn't know that I'm a Niger girl, Niger PH safe. I say, last, you sack me, but I'm leaving. Exactly, Priscilla. Long relationships with no serious commitments, never again. I'm telling you, never. I think, and that's why I'm happy. I mean, if I was in this phase years ago, which of course is not really possible because I was young, I wouldn't even go into like, because the funny thing is, I sensed it. I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. It's not like I did not know, but why was I there? When you're in too deep, you can't leave. You're too attached. I don't even know if it's love, because somebody asked me once if I've ever been in love, and I don't even know if that was love, because I really just tolerated whatever came to me because I'm competent. I honestly just tolerated whatever came to me. Like, okay, this is what this person has to offer. I was tolerant. I was accepting, because this is who you are. I can't change you. So it's left for me to accept you and just, let's all grow together. That was my mentality. So if you're not serving me, so okay, so let's just say the guy is not romantic, and me, I love romance. I love romance, die. and then the guy is not romantic, for me it's like, okay, fine, it's not a romantic time, we can work around it, it's okay. And when I say, I'm not saying that you have to be romantic to be with me, but it's like, let's meet halfway, because we all have different love languages, you get. And most of the time, I'm always serving them their own love languages for some reason, but they never serve mine. So it's like, I just accepted it like that, because I'm like, okay, well, that's just who he is, I can't change him, I can't do anything about it, that's just life. But no, that's not, I would say I was unhappy, but it's like, I know I could have more. That's how I feel. Like, I just feel that I can actually get more. Hello, if you're just joining, please say hi. Please say hi. It's so hard, I'm telling you, it's so hard. But one thing I know is, see, I must be happy. And I don't know, when do you even know that the person is the person? Hi, Dima. When do you know the person is the person? When do you know that this is the right person? Like, how can you tell? For me, I think I can tell if everything is just say na mumu they marry. Bruh. When do you tell the person is the person? For me, I say, my opinion is that I think it's just easy. It's just easy. It's just easy. It's like, it flows. Both of you have the same values and principles. Both of you are on the same page when it comes to life. And from, it's not like when I get into it, well, for now, I'm going to be 28 in May. Obviously, if I'm entering a relationship now, you better be ready to pop the question in maximum a year. And that's because, maybe depending on circumstance, distance, something, because I mean, like, I'm not for, you shouldn't you shouldn't be entering a relationship if you're not ready to get married. That's my opinion. Because there you go and enter, and you'll be stuck in there, and you will never leave. And you find out that years, these years come by really quickly. Like, before you know it, 1 year has passed, and nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing to show for it. But yeah, for me, I just felt that I could have explored my 20s more, like my early 20s more. Exactly. Like, have the wedding all figured out and then come and propose. Honestly, like, I don't even play with me. Don't even play with me at all. You see, I know where you're coming from. Don't play with me. Like, just come with a very, the thing about men, I don't want to make the video about men, but we can't just do it without talking about them. The thing about men is that they know what they want in this life. I'm telling you, if they don't want to marry you, they will not marry you. If they don't want to propose, they will not propose. Nothing in this life can force them to do it. I'm telling you the utmost truth. So why are you wasting your time? Men are naturally selfish people. They will always think of themselves first before anyone else. And that's fact. And we are here compromising and doing all of these things for no reason. Really. For no reason. Please, guys, if you are here, if you are just joining, say hello. Please. I don't want to be talking to myself. And it's so weird because I've never done a YouTube live before. But yeah, yes, they know. They know if they want to marry you. Well, they even know if they are ready to get married. They all know. So what's the point of being in something where you know you are not ready? What is really the point of, spending your time, commitment? I'm telling you, like, relationship is not easy. Compromising, like, we are queens of compromise. We will compromise till death do us part. Like, that is our stock in trade. Compromise, which is not bad though, but like, you need to meet yourselves halfway. Very strategic. Oh, you hit the nail on the head. Men are really strategic. They know what they are doing. See, I've had time, but then I just feel that the only way you can value yourself to not be in a situation like that is to actually reflect on yourself as an individual, as a girl, as a woman. Reflect on yourself and try to figure out what you like, who you are, because then you will know what you deserve, what you what is right for you. Really, you will even know your own values. And it's not just about relationships, in like, this is about friendships as well, because you study. For me, friendships are very important to me. Like, I also spend a lot of, you know, I wouldn't I'm quite emotional, yeah, but like, I don't show my emotions. I'm not the type to be showing emotions here and there, but like, I put in a lot of effort in my friendships as well. So for you to know when to cut a friendship off, or to like end a particular friendship, you need to know yourself, because you could be the problem. You could be the problem. So you need to actually evaluate yourself and see. And that's why, honestly speaking, I love communication. I hate to assume things. Please don't make me assume, because I will assume the worst. Which, that overthinking is my stock in trade, and I really hate it. So, and the funny thing is, it might just be the other way around. It really doesn't have to be what we think every time. Hi, please, if you're just joining, say hello. Say hello so I can say hello to you too. But I feel like even reflecting yourself and spending time with yourself is part of the adulting, because when we're young, we never had that time to actually find out who we really are. We just felt, well, we have time, you know. Please, oh, let me draw my eyeliner before I poke my eye. We never actually spend that time as, you know, as as young adults, because we're still adults, right? We never actually spend that time as young adults, like while we're in uni and all of this. And you know the thing about medicine, because medicine is like, how many years? 10 years. I be in some places like 10, because you have to do foundation. Your final year can be in 2 years. You know, anything can happen. You lose a semester, you lose a year. Like, you spend a lot of time in school, and you get used to that lifestyle of just being in school. Okay, yeah, we passed the exam, okay, we'll move to the next phase. So you don't even realize when the time to actually take hold of your life comes. Like, it just comes like, okay, wow, you graduate, and then it's like, fam, okay, you're unemployed. You're unemployed. You're not just a graduate now, you're actually unemployed. So you have to take the extra steps to look for a job, to look for, you know, to prepare for interviews. Gosh, like, it's ridiculous. So I feel that we need to spend time with ourselves more, which is what I feel. It's never too late, to be honest, but I feel like I should have used my earlier years in uni to, you know, explore that part of myself, to know what I really wanted. And that thing is, I mean, I'm a beautiful girl, if I do say so myself. I'm coming from Nigeria. You know, when you go in Nigeria, everybody tells you you're beautiful, right? So let me expose one thing about, hi Soti Mama. So when you come from Nigeria, where everybody tell you, oh, you're so gorgeous, you're beautiful. So when I came here newly, I mean, I was so used to that yeah, I know, yeah, I know. And then when I came here, like in 2010, I just felt like nobody was telling me all of that. You know, I felt like nobody was giving me that attention I used to get when I was in Nigeria. So for me, the first person that the first person that told me, that looked responsible, that told me that, oh, he admired me or whatever, was just what I went with. Not like I went with him, obviously. He, you know, did the whole chasing thing, whatever. But like, for me, that was what excited me more than actually realizing if this is somebody I actually want to, you know, spend part of my life with, or if I want to actually come out in boldness and confidence, say this is my boyfriend, or this is my, I'm in a relationship with this person. So that validation was what I needed. I needed validation when I was younger, which I feel that we need. I don't know how to correct that, but talking to myself, if I was younger, I didn't need that. I really didn't. I should have just focused solely on just exploring life, you know, just enjoying school, uni. I enjoyed, though, I will not lie, I enjoyed, but just enjoy school, travel more. I mean, actual Europe. Like, my our residence permit is Schengen. I can literally travel to several countries here. And I hardly did, not because I didn't want to, but because my partner never used to be the travel person. So I also relaxed. Not like I mean, I like traveling, but I'm the type that you have to push. You have to push. The thing that as far as you get to, especially as very, I'm telling you, the pool of men is zero. The pool of, especially here in Hungary, Priscilla, at least you're in the UK, especially here, the pool of men, I rest my case. There are some good ones, so don't get me wrong. There are good ones, but let me draw my line now. Yeah, but I think one thing I learned is I would advise. I think I would have just said I shouldn't date when I was, at least when I was in uni. You get, like, just spend more time with myself to grow as an individual, as a woman. I already had values. Yes, I just knew I wanted to be. Then all I wanted was to be with a responsible person. At least that person be responsible. That was my goal in choosing a partner. The person should look responsible and behave responsible, and his family, they have to have like some family oriented background. And that actually wasn't enough. That is not enough. And I thought it was, but that's not enough. So what lessons what would you actually tell your younger self when it comes to like dating, like when you're 20, 21, 22? Because I mean, that's one thing I learned. I had to value myself more, not looking for validation from anyone else. I don't need anybody to tell me I'm beautiful, because I know it. I'm definitely not a man. I cannot be swayed by what a man tells me, because men, you can be beautiful today to them, and tomorrow they see another beautiful woman and they tell them, and they leave you. Where is my mascara? And they actually leave you. So I'm actually, that when it comes to relationship, that's just my take. And also just reinforcing your values as a woman. Like, don't settle, guys. Like, do not settle. I've met people that say, oh, they care, but like, when I realized that people don't care, don't date someone who does not have a mind of his own. Thank you, you're preaching. Don't date someone who, I'm telling you. But nothing irks me than a man that doesn't know what he wants. I'm telling you the honest truth. And this thing I'm saying, it's not just for women, it's equally for men, because I feel that a lot of men don't do self-reflection. They do it when it's very, very late. Very, very late. I'm telling you, a lot of men are afraid to face their demons. And that's why they go about hurting themselves and hurting more women, breaking hearts. A lot of men don't spend time with themselves, so they don't know what they want. Spend more time on yourself. You are the main character in your life, not the man. Yeah. People should comment now, contribute to this topic, please. Not only Priscilla. We're not the only ones in the relationship pool. You get, that's another gist. So in 2010, I used to dance a lot. Don't date someone who is not kind. Let me tell you, that one is very dicey. Yes, I agree to that. So don't date someone who's not kind. But some of them are kind. Some of them are kind, and they will still show you pepe. In 2010, I used to dance a lot. I used to be the type to, I don't know if Soti remembers, if she's here, but I used to dance a lot. And then I used to watch a lot of, Ciara moves. I was standing to the mirror and practice all the moves. That's Ciara. Is this Ciara like a boy? Is that the name of the song? I don't even remember. I practiced the move well. Don't date someone who's insecure. That is the cocoa of the matter. Someone who doesn't know themselves, someone that is insecure. And the funny thing is, you can tell. A lot of them mask it and hide it. But if you look deep down, and honestly, how you can tell is actually by knowing yourself, I've come to realize. Because a lot of them mask it very well. That insecurity, they mask it, and you will not know. Sometimes you think it's love, they will come in different, and someone that is insecure is very manipulative as well. Very, very manipulative. So you think that, they're just, telling you because they care about you. They can come in that disguise. they care about you, they love you, but then at the end of the day, you realize that they're just projecting on you. It's not actually your problem. It's really not your problem. They're just projecting their insecurities on you. Please thumbs up. How do I do that? Okay. Oh, you're not talking to me. Oh, please thumbs up the live. Please thumbs up the live. Thank you, Dima. Yeah, as I was saying, no. So I wanted to start YouTube now. Actually, that was when all them not Jackie Aina. She was little pumpkin pie then. That was when Dima. That was when Britpop princess Patricia Bright. That was when who else? Beauty by JJ. That's when they started. And then their quality of videos and trash. Then they used to use webcam. I think they used to use webcam. And I really wanted to get into YouTube, but I thought I did not have the accent for it. Thank God, Obsy. Because all of them have British accent. So for me, it was like, British accent too. I would like come and doing spray for you guys. And I was just there. I was like, how would I start? Because I don't even know what I was. Then I actually used to dance, but I'll put it on Facebook, not on YouTube. Which is how my first guy actually found me, because he used to dance as well. So accent though, I was like, it's accenting. Even if I want to start YouTube, what will I ever talk about? But I was ready to just be dancing and posting on YouTube. I would have blown by now. I would have blown by now if I started since. Accent or no accent, who knows? Maybe I would have even developed proper accent now, and I'll be giving you guys. I'll not be speaking all this accent. But yeah. So one day, I think I went to church one day, and there was this guy that told me that if I remember, well, I've forgiven him. He told me, he saw my videos on Facebook. To him, he was joking. He was cracking jokes. He saw my videos on Facebook. I should not do it again. I should just stop. He was mocking me. He was doing the dance. I was mocking me. That day, I just went back and deleted all of it. All of it. When I used to dance, I used to even tag my friends in high school. Like, tag all my high school friends that they should see insecure ones that try to bring you down so they feel better about it. That's very, very true. That's very true. Thinking about it now. And funny enough, it's not as if I even like the guy. It was not even as if I was no more. Sometimes sometimes this thing gets to people's head, both male and female. When they get a lot of, this thing, when they get a lot of compliments from people, when they get a lot of maybe a lot of girls want to date them, maybe they find a lot of girls like attracted to them and like flirting with them and all of those things. That is their validation, and we don't see it as these people being insecure. We see it as, most sought after, hottest guy in town, all of those things, but they are actually feeding off that attention. That's how they live. A lot of these guys. And then it's almost like if he now chooses to date you, you start feeling like, I'm the one now. I'm the one that everybody wants my guy, but they can't have him. It's a lie. He's there flirting with them, telling them, oh, darling, you look beautiful today. This one now, wait, I never see for this life. God. So I went and deleted all my videos on Facebook. Can you imagine that? Because of somebody's comments. And that's just because, obviously, I was still naive. I did not have confidence in myself. This is me giving myself excuse as to why I shouldn't even start a YouTube channel because of accent. And the funny thing, then this guy was actually from my my secondary school. He wasn't really in my secondary school, but he was in the church that we used to. Also, you are not a bother. He was in the church that we used to go to in secondary school. So, and then he was in choir. So a lot of girls in showers, a lot of girls liked him. Used to, I don't want to call his name. A lot of girls liked him. So I don't know if he came with that mentality, because he obviously came. I didn't even know he was here, but he came before me. Like, I came and I saw him. I'm like, wow, like I don't think the guy from Showers church thing. It's like, yeah, and then I don't know if he thought maybe I was also part of the girls that liked him then, so he was doing all those yeah things. In fact, he had even given a nonsense story to some people here that he flew with me in the plane, and because I was underage, he had to sign the consent form. I'm like, huh? What? I didn't know that that's what he was telling people. So because of that statement he made, I literally deleted all my videos, and I'm just like, just imagine where I would have been if I actually started, you know, that channel. Heck, that those videos actually found me a boyfriend. This YouTube thing. Someone broke up with me because I was doing YouTube. Right now, looking back on, can you imagine? And it's like, I don't get it, because when this some men are doing their own thing, right? Nobody is. We're always the ones that are very supportive, like extremely supportive. The women, we're always the one, like, for me, as you say you want to do this thing, I found 3, 4, 5 ideas on how you can continue that project that you want to do. I've thought of, I don't know how I always come up with those ideas, but for my own I will not know. But for another person's own, you can do this, you can do that. I've come up with so many ideas. I'm the one that will carry it on top of my head as if it's my own business. Yes, I will share, I will post, I'll do this, I'll do that. The one that can do. If I can be there present, if it's an event or something, I'll be there. Not because I cannot do without it, but for me, I just feel like, who else will support you if not me? Who else will be your biggest cheerleader if not me? So if you cannot support me in my own, then what are you doing? Like, why are you in my life? Why are you really in my life? And to think that at that point, before I actually started this live, I was very nervous. Like, I thought of the live, when was it? Like, actually randomly yesterday or 2 days ago, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just do a live today. I mean, I've done Instagram live, and those times I'm never alone. I used to do with people, but I'm just like, YouTube live, who is going to show up? Oh God, if I do YouTube, like, the views on YouTube are not doing that great. So if I now come on live, like, who is really going to show up? That used to be my mentality. But I'm just like, you know what, I'll just do it, even if it's only me that's doing my makeup online. That's fine. It's okay. We move still. So that is it about relationships. So you guys should tell me how more tips on like what you've learned in your, I believe we're all like late 20s, 30s. What have you learned so far? Have you ever taken out time to actually reflect on yourself? Have you ever taken out time to actually discover your person, like to know who you are as an individual, your values, your principles, and like silence the noise, distractions? Thank you for showing up. I really, really appreciate it. I want to cry, but thank you so much for showing up, honestly. But have you guys ever, like, because when I did it, it's like, you know, when this thing, when people will tell you, when you see things from outside, like if you're my friend now and I will try to encourage you, you don't really see it in yourself, but I see it in you, like the greatness and everything. I see it in you. So for me, I needed to see it in myself, because I did not need that validation from anybody. I didn't need anyone to tell me, oh yes, you're beautiful, or obviously you look great. Obviously, I needed to know that for myself. Recently, I uploaded a video and I was wearing the sleeveless dress. Honestly, I was going out and I just did that video randomly, like sharp, and I didn't know how it actually affected someone's life. I think so, because she commented, she's like, thank you so much for doing these videos with a sleeveless, because I have stretch marks on my arms, and she's like, she's very, very nervous to wear sleeveless because of the stretch marks. And for me, and the funny thing is, I also have, I don't have insecurity about the stretch mark, because I feel like stretch mark is beautiful. People that are slim also have stretch marks, so I can't be bothered about all those ones. But for me, it was more of, I'm not your skinny person. I'm equally plus sized, and my arms, I used to be very, I'm not anymore actually. I used to be very, very insecure about my arms, because I felt like even if I don't wear sleeveless, when I wear shirts, I have to buy a bigger size because of my arms. Like the arms, everything else can fit perfectly, but the arms will not fit. And I'm just like, why? I used to get really frustrated and really annoyed. I'm just like, you know what, if I have money for life, I'm going to go and do it straight up. quick because I cannot deal with this thing. And it's not something that I used to bother about, but like it took a hold of me. Like you hardly catch me wearing sleeveless, but now I'm actually actively looking for sleeveless, nice bodycon dresses to wear. Talking about stretch marks, in my first relationship, are you here? Say hi if you're here. In my first relationship, I know, you know the funny thing about loving yourself here. I've done a video about body confidence. I never used to be this big. I'm not outrageously big before people think that I'm this thing, but I never used to be this big. I mean, all of us, I've never been skinny in my life, let me just put it that way, but I know that I did gain weight along the lines of my life. And this was when I was probably in first year or second year, and I was just gaining more tummy fat. My arms were still okay. My arms were still okay. Like I wasn't even that big. The first time I ever went to the gym was because my guy said I should go and do something, you know, like this is how. I know the annoying part. The part that pained me the most was when he was comparing me to his ex. This is how she lost weight. Well, I actually wanted to lose weight. I actually wanted to lose weight, but I didn't like the fact that he was always telling me what his ex did to lose weight. To him, he might be coming from a good place, but to me, it rubbed me off the wrong way because I just felt like, okay, go back to your ex then. Like, what's this whole thing? And it's not as if him too was in the gym or he had never gone to the gym then. So I'm like, why don't you like follow me to the gym, encourage me, you know, all those good stuff? But he didn't. So that's what pushed me to the gym then. Man pushed me to the gym instead of me to love myself and say, okay, love myself enough to say I want to change this, so I'm going to go to the gym and do something about it. No, it had to be a man that took me to the gym. This is why I say we need to spend more time with ourselves to actually value ourselves more, because for the life of me, I never want a man to control my life ever again. I never want to I don't want to give anybody else that much power over me, over my emotions, over like little things that wouldn't really matter if I actually had more confidence and, you know, I love myself more. And I was talking about stretch marks. There was one girl one time that was making fun of, well, not making fun of me. I heard that she was making fun of me that I used to have stretch marks on my thighs, like the knee part. That I have stretch marks, that I should not be wearing short skirts. And I'm just like, what kind of bad belly is this one? So now I should not. And then I said I wasn't even this. Like, I love myself. Oh, now I love myself wholeheartedly. But I wasn't even like this. I was slimmer than this. And God knows if I have that body that I had then, which is not possible because we grow. Hi, Kemi Sola. I really, really admire you a lot. Your study in Hungary vlogs really helped me. Now I'm studying in Debrecen, nursing as a stipendium scholar, but the faculty is in Nerich Hazard. I really love your vibes. Thank you so much, and I'm really, really glad that you were able to come here and you succeeded in, you know, the whole process, because I know it can be very, very stressful. By the way, if Soti is here, it was Soti that made me to keep doing those videos, because I used to get a lot of questions about studying here, and I was just like, you guys have the website. Go and do your research yourself. Like, why are you asking me as if I'm getting commission? I'm not getting any commission from anybody. Nobody is paying me. I'm not even being paid on YouTube. So, like, go and do your research yourself. Actually, I got so many questions, like emails, and I tweeted it once. And so it was like, I should not stop doing those videos. I should keep doing it, because I don't know where it's taking me, and honestly I still don't know where it's taking me, but I'm just glad that I was able to be of help the little I can. I'm so happy that even the scholarship is helping as well, because I know how this place can be. Oh, yeah. So what was I talking about? I'm talking about loving yourself. You really need to love yourself so that nobody can tell you nada. Whether you're big or whether you're small. Like I said, when I was even smaller than this, I didn't love myself. So anything anybody said moved me. Like, it was something that I was always I'm gaining so much weight. So I will start and I'll stop. I will start and I was never consistent. Like I think that time I went to the gym only 4 times. I wanted to go every day of the week because, or sometimes twice a day, because I was advised that that's what she did to lose weight to get. God, oops. You don't chop shall, but yeah. But thank God, like I've grown to this place because I don't even know if I still had that mentality, then I don't even think I would have started YouTube, because I know when I wanted to start YouTube, I wanted to start as if I wanted it to be solely fashion. I didn't want to talk on YouTube again. Accent, I didn't have accent now. I don't have British or American accent. So I was just like, yeah, how will I talk? If you know, the first video I actually spoke was in, I think, what's the name of that video? How to wash your makeup brushes. Because I used to sell makeup brushes. I still have a couple. So if you're hungry and you want makeup brushes, got some for you. But yeah, I used to sell makeup brushes, so I said, okay, let me do a video to try and see how I can promote the makeup brushes. Oh, I remember, if you remember, what did I not do for that business? That's another thing. I've learned, shall I've learned in this life. Business is not for everybody. Day your lane. When it's time, it's time. So I just felt like then, but I'm still glad that I started that business, even though it didn't work out. Not like it would have worked out, but I just didn't have enough commitment for it, like as I really wanted to, or as I would have if I was freer. Then I was still in school, so for me, I was like, I'm always going to be here, and also selling things in Hungary. Hungary is a very cheap country, so people would look at you selling a pack of brushes for 10,000 for it. I don't even know how much that's not even up to $50. Or they will say, it's too expensive, please remove small money. And I'm just like, how much did I buy the brushes? How much tax did I pay for the brushes that you're asking me to remove money? I spent a lot of money on photo shoots. I spent a lot of money on, what did I not spend money on? I did a lot too, but alas, I know that I still gain some experience when it comes to like doing business. The only part I don't like about business or about anything in general is finances. Like, I do not like that financial part. So I pray that when it's time for me, I'll be able to employ somebody or even a financial agency or something that I can work with that will take care of the finances, the invoice, all those things, because that is my weak point when it comes to business. And I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that. I thank God I learned it early. My dad used to say, sure, you will not just finish this your school first before you do anything. And I'm like, I rather learn the lessons I have to learn now instead of me going to learn it later in life, and then it will be very difficult for me to get back on my feet. Ooh. So I might be sounding very what's the word? I might be rambling like here and there, but I'm just talking as the spirit leads. So I was in Nigeria this holiday in December, and I was watching a movie. With my parents, with my dad, and in the movie the guy was aggressive, physical with the child, with the daughter, with his wife rather, in the girl's parents' house. So basically the girl comes from a wealthy family, and the guy is still trying to again find his feet. We're talking about insecure men now, right? Now the guy is still trying to find his feet, but he doesn't like the fact that if the woman wanted to change something in the house, she doesn't consult him first. She just goes ahead and she just does it like that. That was his problem. And then so he was always like frustrated and always hitting her. And then one time they went to the parents' house, and he was rude to her in front of the dad, and was actually very aggressive, like shaking her and everything in front of the dad. And I was just watching it, and I was looking at my father's face and watching it, and I'm like, okay. Then they went and had a meeting in the house, and what happened? He now expressed why he was acting that way, because she felt like, oh, because she has money, she can just do anything, blah 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 blah, that disrespecting him, whatever. And to me, in my head, I'm just like, excuse me, Is it the fact that I don't consult you that's a problem, or is the fact that I have more money than you? That's point one. I agree with the fact that she should at least discuss with her husband about, anything that they want to do, like when it comes to changing furniture, chairs, carpet, whatever. Even because at the end of the day, women have the eye for these things. A lot of men are very, very comfortable with whatever they have. Like they don't type to want to, be extravagant with interior decor. But we women want, when they say woman's touch, you know that a woman has been in the house. But then I'm just like, does that still give you the right to touch her though? Like, I don't understand. So she did not consult. What happened to communicating? See, me and communication, we are 5 and 6. Because in anything, in friendship, in relationship, communicate to me, because I need to know what's on your mind. That is the only way I can make amends. If the problem is on my end, I can make amends. If the problem is on your end, like, we can express ourselves and come to an understanding that, okay, this is why I reacted this way, and this is why you reacted this way. I thought you thought, blah 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 blah. Now, you don't communicate to, but you rather be physical in front of my father. Like, you don't have respect for my dad. Like, you don't even fear that my dad is around the house, so you just behave anyhow. Anyway, so I turned to my father and I asked him, excuse me, sir, please, if peradventure a man touches your daughter, what are you gonna do? And he looked at me and said, I'll be very, very angry. I said, hallelujah. Point one, we have crossed that bridge. Mind you, my dad is a Christian, and I'm not saying like he's all those Christians that don't, Christians that don't have sense. Yeah, like, I come from a Christian home, so I used to think that my parents would be all those pray for your home. I mean, yeah, they are like that, but like when it comes to things like this, no, you have to go to the war room and pray and cast and bind, like God should touch your husband's heart. I used to think my parents were like that. So when he now said he'd be very angry, I said, okay, great. And I said, okay, so what would be your next line of action? He said, first of all, the first thing that he would ask is, this marriage thing, do you want to do it or you don't? God knows. The relief, like, I heaved a sigh of relief, because I'm like, thank you, Jesus, that I have an understanding father that can understand that if a man is being disrespectful, if a man attempts to lay his hands on me, that's the end. Me, I don't know if they say, I watched Soti's live once, and somebody was like, oh, I think somebody asked her if you can forgive, or if you don't want to forgive if a man has slapped you once and the person is very apologetic about it. If they slap you once, what's probability they won't slap you again and beg you? Me, I have PhD in forgiveness if you apologize, yeah. I have PhD in forgiving someone that's remorseful. It's just hard for me to forgive someone that doesn't see anything wrong what they did. I mean, I forgive you for my own peace of mind and move on, but I can't see any different again. But if they slap you the first time, what makes you think that for them to even have the thoughts of going physical with you, another person's child, for Christ's sakes? Me that is a baby girl, you want to touch me when I'm not related to you? I don't understand. It's not like you're my sister, it's not like you're my brother, it's not like you're my father, you're not my mother. Even my parents never beat me. Why would you beat me? I beg, please leave your thoughts too. Why would you beat me and then apologize? I'm saying this, I'm not putting it out there because God forbid me be in this kind of situation, but I know that it is very easy to forgive and move on. That is why I'm saying this thing. It's very, very easy to say, okay, I've forgiven you, okay, please don't do it again. But God knows I don't want to be in that position, because me, as you slap me like that, I'm packing my things. I don't want to hear I'm sorry. To be honest, I don't even like people begging me. I'm not here for all those, oh, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. No, I don't like people begging me. I just like to see, for me, if you want forgiveness, then you need to have a change of character. That's my opinion. So like, change your character. That's remorse. That's when I know that, okay, yeah, you are actually genuinely sorry for the offense that you committed. Change your character. But I don't see that. A lot of them just beg, which is why I feel like men that do that are very insecure in themselves. Like Shoti said, never be with a man that is insecure, because he would look for a way to manipulate you and put it all on you. He will look for a way to blame you for something that is his fault. Men don't know. Let's see it. When he start manipulating you and making you feel like, okay, you know, you react a certain way because you reacted like this, that's why they reacted like that. Or actually, they don't even see that you reacted a certain way because of how they reacted. They see it as though, well, you were like this, you provoked me. And it's like, how did I provoke you? You do these things, I don't like it, I react, and then you're angry. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Please, if you are just joining, I know my day ones are here, but if you're just joining, please say hi. And if you're watching me, be talking to me so that I know what to say. Because right now I'm rambling. I can't even speak safe. I'm rambling. But yeah, please don't stay in abusive marriages or don't stay in abusive relationships. None of that, because it is not going to serve you in the long run. You become a shadow of yourself. You end up hating yourself for no reason. And I'm telling you, whether there are kids or no kids, whether kids are involved or not, because a lot of women use the excuse of kids. You can't even bring up a child in that environment at all. You can't bring up a child in that environment because, I mean, first of all, it's very toxic. You are going to be toxic to your friends, to everyone around you. You're going to be a very toxic person. And it might take a while for you to realize, because then you become very sensitive. You become extra sensitive to a lot of things that people do around you. And you don't even know it, because you're in a space where nobody can really understand how you genuinely feel. So please, don't even wait till you get to that point. Once you just sense, another thing, pray about your relationship. So I'm telling you, we always get the answers, but we always ignore. Me, it's almost as if before I enter any relationship and I pray about it, I always pray, but I always have a dream. Well, in the past, I've had dreams where I said no. You know, when the person asks you to be whatever, their girlfriend, be their kiniko, I said no. But then I'll wake up and I'm like, no, okay. But this person is not bad now. What did the person do that I said no? Why would I just say no just like that? Yeah, I'll come and say yes. Carry my two-legged this best and enter relationship. And I end up being there for years. Oh, I don't regret anything, but I just wish that my 20s wasn't full of relationships. Gosh, as if like I would never get married. It was doing me as if I do enter, well, I didn't have that pressure of being in a relationship so that I can have a partner. No, I never had any of that. But I just felt like if I'm going to date somebody, if anybody wants to date me, then it should be serious. And that's why it should be serious. And that's why, like, for me, I ended up being there, because I know what relationships are about. Like, I know what it entails. Trust, love is never enough, but love has to be there, trust has to be there, compromise has to be there. You meet each other halfway. But one thing I was failing to realize was that they were never meeting me. I was always meeting them. Well, to them, they felt that they were trying, but it's more of me tolerating what they were doing. For me, it wasn't enough, because, and it's not, I wouldn't blame them. I just felt like they themselves were never ready to be in relationships safe. So, but when you're in uni, it's just like high school, especially in this Hungary. well, let's say hungry or in Europe. It's like high school where you feel like, oh, my man, my guy. Please, you guys talk to me. Oh, hi, if you're just joining. I'm just rambling. What lessons have you learned in your 20s? Me, this is what I learned. So I should have explored more or explore more in your 20s. Travel more. Spend time with yourself. That is the main, the favorite. Why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me? Spend time with yourself. That's the main point I actually want to preach to people. Spend time. If you're single now, spend time with yourself. Even when you're married self, like, don't take out time to yourself to get yourself, reflect on how. Apart from that, nobody go even give marital advice because I'm not married, but at the end of the day, I just feel like you should have communication. You have times where you communicate to ask how you can improve your marriage, things that you think the person is doing that is wrong, like each other. And if you're single, spend time with yourself, as in spend time with yourself and look at your demons. I feel like a lot of us run away from dealing with our own insecurities. Like, we all have insecurities, and the only way, because if you don't love yourself, you don't have love to give any other person. Like, if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. You think you love the person, but then you end up projecting some things that you shouldn't be projecting on the other person. You carry a lot of baggage and you throw it on the other person, and it's not even worth it. Both of you are insecure, then you're just messing around, being foolish with yourselves. So spend time with yourselves. Honestly, like, sit down. The things I actually incorporated. I mean, I started from last year. I started reading more from last year. I used to read, and I grew up around books. My mom used to read a lot. My mom used to, if she's gifting anything to me, she's gifting me books. So I used to read a lot. So because of medical school, I reduced on, like, my reading. And when I say reading, not school books, so like self-help books. I didn't read a lot of fiction, but I have started reading some fiction. Some of them can be boring because for me to read fiction, it has to, like, from the first chapter, I have to be engrossed in the book. If not, I'll lose interest. But then I enjoy a lot of inspirational books. I enjoy a lot of motivational books. I enjoy a lot of autobiographies, as in, all those kind of books that people talk about their lives, successful people. I know I think everybody read Ben Carson books or watched his movies, which is what then I said I'm going to be a neurosurgeon because of Ben Carson. And I saw life and I'm like, calm down. So yeah, I used to read a lot before, and then now I just said, from last year I started reading more using my Kindle because I don't have time to sit down with the actual hard copy. I usually read, like, on my way to work, or if I'm home, I'm just chilling, or if I'm at work and I'm on a break. I'm on a break. Then I just read like a few, chapters, and then if I hear people rave about a book, then I can, read that as well. So I started reading a lot. I wrote my journal as a girl to Ben Carson. I feel you. I was going to see that neurosurgeon. I was like, I was going to be the next great neurosurgeon on earth. God. When I came to medical school and I saw the brain and I did the course itself, I said, calm down. Calm down. It's not that deep. Calm down. But yeah, what else? I started reading a lot, like I said. So please, habits that you can incorporate to, when you're trying to spend time with yourself. Because when you're spending time with yourself, apart from reflecting, you're also trying to add value to yourself. So you're trying to feed your soul with positive thoughts. You're trying to feed your soul with positive affirmations as well. So read books, motivational books. If you're not good at reading, there are audio books as well. My cousin made me think you can actually be anything, and it's true. When he did the I think he's the one that did the twins conjure separation. Fine, background now. Let me keep quiet. What else? Spend time with yourself. Read motivational. Yes, I'm a doctor, by the way. If it's me you're asking, yes, I'm a doctor. Read motivational books. If you're not good at reading, I was saying use audiobooks. There are audiobooks on, there's an app, Amazon audiobooks, you guys know that. I don't really like audiobooks because I find that I get distracted in the process. I mean, it's helpful if you're doing stuff or if you're working and you don't have time to be, reading, action reading. You can actually play it. But for me, I get distracted and I actually lose a lot of points. So that's why I said, I'd rather just read so that I actually focus on the book. That's one. So audiobooks are an option. Another thing is a lot of motivational podcasts. So I listen to a lot of podcasts as well when I'm getting ready for work in the morning. It kind of boosts my energy for that day, because I also realized that I was actually very low in spirits when now I've realized that I'm low in spirit when I don't listen to any of that in the morning. Either I listen to a motivational podcast, or I listen to a sermon, or I just play the Bible to just be reading. I mean, when I say Bible, like my devotional on YouVersion, I use the YouVersion app. So yeah, hard copy is good if you have the time to sit down with the hard copy. I actually like hard copy, but I also find that for me to read, some of these books are expensive. They're not cheap. Well, not that expensive, but imagine me buying 5 books of $20. That's $100. You get? So I had to just let me just do the Kindle one. It's at least €4, €5, €2, €3. It's helpful. It's better. It's cheaper. So yeah, I've been doing that consistently since the beginning of January, and I've come to a point where if I actually don't listen to any of that, I find and sometimes I don't even, sometimes I forget to play it, but then in the middle of the day I find that I'm not myself, like I'm down, I feel weak, I feel sad for no reason. Then I realized that actually I have not fed my soul. I know it sounds very cliche, but I actually have not fed my soul with anything positive. It's like you not eating the whole day, you get hungry. So I feel like it's the same thing as your soul. If you don't feed your soul gets hungry. Rich Dad Poor Dad made me think I would be a millionaire. I'm telling you. I read that book as well. What is really happening? If somebody had told me, I would say hello guys on YouTube as that. I'm telling you, that is part of the adulting, man. That is part of the adulting where, like, you need to discover how you can. One thing I learned as well. People say save, save, save. Yes, saving is good, but what if you don't earn enough to save? You need to earn enough to save, guys. You can't be earning chicken change and be, when you're literally paying all your bills from that. How do you save and become, like Priscilla said, a billionaire tomorrow? Let's be honest. And let me tell you, a rainy day will definitely come before you become a billionaire, and you will definitely spend that money. I even bought this piggy, this thing. Piggy, is it piggy box? That thing that you put money inside. I have not. The only thing is only one note I've put inside since I started, and honestly, is it not the same that I said that I'll start doing UK move, or I'll start doing something? Or maybe I'll try to get license from this country or that country, just in case I want to jackpot, just in case I finish specialty and I want to move there, And then all these things comes with money, and the money don't chop. The thing don't chop all the money, and it's gone, and like I've not saved anything. So what I learned is you have to increase your income, increase your your earnings. Like that's the only way to save. If you even want to convert £100 to our local currency, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, but you've tried. At least it's just January. You still have like 11 months to put another £100. By the end of the year, you make £1,000. I may break the colo this month if care is not taking. I'm telling you, honestly, it's tough out here, man. It's tough. But yeah, this earning pattern, I feel you. At first, I did not start a YouTube channel because of the earning. Like, I knew I was going to earn eventually one day, right? But I didn't start because of the earning. I just feel like, I started with Instagram. I used to post a lot of fashion pictures or posts on Instagram. People used to ask me, questions on how to find outfits for plus size people, and So I wanted to do more of styling videos on YouTube. That was why I started, and I actually enjoy YouTube. But I feel that, thank God that now we can make it monetary. Okay. You're welcome back. I've subbed you some many times. I've called Soti's name. I didn't know that you were not here. But okay. But like yeah, that's, to be honest, that's why I'm still concerned with YouTube, because I know that I'm almost there. I'm almost about to start making my money from the YouTube, and all the videos I've made in the past are not going to go to waste. And at the same time, I feel that YouTube can also connect you with different opportunities that you might not even think, or you may not have thought of in the past, as a business. You know, I feel that it can actually open up opportunities for you, which is why YouTube came, which is why I actually enjoy YouTube. But you also have to still think of, do you follow G for fashion in Soho Plus? Oh, thank you. But I feel like this is part of spending time with yourself. You need to figure out something that you can do as a side hustle, because we need to increase our earnings in 2022, no matter how little, even if it's extra $5 that you can be making. Exactly, YouTube has made me meet a lot of people as well. Learning a high-end skill is very required, which is another thing that I feel, if you're in uni, you should be doing. So uni is not just about school. School is important, education is important. I mean, learning a new skill is also education. So I feel like you should also learn a new skill in uni, because you don't know when it's going to come back handy. Like in uni, what did I not do? I did makeup. I used to braid people's hair. I did makeup brushes as a business. I used to cook at some point. Why? And I hate cooking. I used to cook for people at some point. What else? What else did I do? I did a lot of things. I know I did hair, I did makeup, I did cooking. I just never did bake. That was bake. Baking was just off. I'm like, nah. Hi Mimi! Oh my god! Mimi is here. I definitely agree. Having multiple income sources is the way forward. Yes, please teach me how to dress. So tea special, so tea mama. The problem is juggling all of it. Yes, okay, now we have reels. You know, before we didn't have reels in Hungary. Now we have reels, so I will look into that. My weekend is full. My weekend, I actually don't even have to. The weekend is not enough for all of the weekends. I have to shoot videos. I have to edit the videos at work. Sometimes I'm editing at work. God, it's actually, like Mimi said, it's actually hard to juggle all of these things. It's actually hard. But I feel that in uni, when I tried, that's how I knew that I hated cooking. You cook too? Me, I don't like cooking. No. Me, I did hair. I used to braid. I used to braid, but that thing took time. So I could only braid during the weekend, because I would stand the whole day. Literally, I'm standing the whole day. I'll take break to eat. I'm like, this cannot be my life. This definitely cannot be my life. So I knew definitely braiding wasn't for me. I knew definitely cooking wasn't for me, because I don't cook for myself. I'll cook for myself when I'm hungry. That's when I'll go and cook. So cooking as a business was definitely off. What else? That's when I started exploring my love for fragrance as well. In uni, I started exploring more about fragrance. But I've been looking for a way to make a business. But because I'm in Hungary, some things will not really go as planned. So I'm just trying to chill for a bit. But one thing with me is I will look for the passion, and then I will see how I can turn it into a business. So right now, say with YouTube, that's the thing. Like Mimi said, it's very hard to juggle all these extra side hustles, but you need to look. You start small, so you start with one thing that you know that you can do, and delegate time. So time management is very important as well. So you delegate time if it's on the weekend, depending on how like your work schedule is. If you're working a 9 to 5, you delegate time. Maybe when you come back, I know you can be very exhausted when you come back from work. Maybe you can use 1 hour or 2 hours every day, if it's YouTube that you're doing, to edit a video. I'm talking to myself too, because I know that it's very, very hard. It's very hard for me. So yeah, you have to delegate time. Exactly. Imagine being a mom, wife, 9 to 5, YouTuber. Probably you will start other side hustles self. You don't even know yet. Just plan your time well. The time you use to scroll on Instagram, you use to film. Exactly. Honestly, my time on Instagram has drastically reduced. I find that Instagram even gives me some form of anxiety as well. So my time on Instagram has reduced. Like, I just come if I have messages. Sometimes I even miss messages. I'm sorry if you message me and I don't see it. I'm extremely sorry, but sometimes I even like miss messages because of that. I know when new messages come, like the old ones get on that, and I don't have time to start scrolling like up. So I just post a picture. If I post a picture, I post and then I leave. Or if I have a YouTube video, I come and post and I go. And then obviously, if you don't keep your account active, the algorithm will work against you. So you actually have to be guy. It's not even easy. Like, I actually just said, you know what, my social media presence has to reduce to a certain extent. I cannot live like that. I cannot live there. You do what you have to do and you leave. If I have money, I'll pay someone to handle it. Honestly speaking, I'll pay someone to edit my videos. I'll pay someone to handle my social media because it's really tough. It's very draining. Social media journey is very draining. You see so many bad news, good news, everything is just exhausting. So I find that like it gives me anxiety and I get exhausted. I'm just like, you know what, please, I'd rather watch a movie than spend time on social media, which is what I've done most of this month. And it has reduced drastically. Yeah, so time management, like Soti said, time management, you need to delegate time to the things that you care about because it's very important. We're trying to increase our earnings, we're trying to get the money, we're trying to be billionaires, like Priscilla said. We can still be billionaires though. Don't give up on that dream. We will be what we can. We will be billionaires. Yes, I use Instagram as research as well, like ideas, content ideas. There's so many ideas you can get from watching other creators. Yes, that's very true. As a social, one thing about social, I don't know how people, well, they have people that post, maybe, you know, that handle it, but I feel like social media, how people use social media, like content creation, as their full-time job, I don't know. Not because it doesn't bring money, it does, but for me, I just find the whole engulfing yourself in social media very exhausting, no matter how small, no matter how little. Like, you have to work with the algorithm. That thing stresses me. I want to just post and let people that like my videos watch it, let people that enjoy my content, you know, engage. Like, I don't want to be begging people because I'm posting because I know it will help someone. So imagine having to beg people to follow you, beg people to subscribe, beg people to like, comment. It's exhausting. Like, for how much? God, I don't know how to live my life like that. I mean, I can be a social media content creator, but you know, when you're a full-time social media content creator, you have to be like following the insights. You have to follow. Hey, you have to know the days to Jesus Christ. Like, it's too much. I'm not. That's why I said when I have money, I'll pay someone to handle that part because I cannot do it. It's too exhausting for me. And it's like, even if there are times where I actually follow those things and I don't get the engagement that I want. The days I get the engagement are days where I just randomly post. And like, literally, I randomly post and I just like exit the place. And then I come back and I see loads of comments or whatever engagement. So it's like, does it really work? The algorithm that we're talking about, does it really, really work? Okay, let's go back to how we can be billionaires. But I still say you need to feed your mind and your soul because that's you have to change your mindset. So that's where the I don't hook. Hey, that's where you start from. That's the beginning. You need to change your mindset, and by changing your mindset, you need to feed your soul. And how do you feed your soul? Read books. If you can't read, listen to podcasts. I listen to, hey God, what's it called? Super Soul on Spotify. It's by Oprah, and she interviews like different people, like authors. I think there's Brené Brown, so many people that I've never heard of before, and I hear those are people that have written books. So she literally just talks about no, I don't see it as begging, but sometimes it's draining. How do I do it? Don't see it as begging. You're advertising and marketing, just like how you advertising in Nigeria. It's free. No, I don't see it as begging, but it's like sometimes I forget to say, please go and watch my video, please do this. But it's like, it's not that I beg people to watch or click like or follow, but it's that I have to go with the algorithm to see when people are online. It's good if you're a food, if that's your only job. At the same time, it's like sometimes you follow those things and it doesn't get as much engagement. So that's what I'm even looking at. I'm supposed to here. It doesn't get as much engagement. Because that's where the frustration now comes. Like, oh my god, like they say do this, they say do that, and you're doing everything and still nothing. Like it's not growing as you expect it to grow. Suti, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm making you proud. Yes. So that's where the first. But then I've learned to just do it, take it one day at a time. Post what I can. Like I cannot control these things. You get. So I just do what I can do with my own little ability. And one day, I'll blow. And be spending pounds, dollars in quantum. But yeah, so yeah, you need to change, like I said, your mindset. Feed your soul. Super Soul on Spotify is by Oprah Winfrey. She's amazing. Like so many things. There's one she did with Inyala. So many topics. There's also this one. God, Confidence and Killing It on podcast. No, I did not see it. Oh, did you? No, dealing with insecurities. Please, I need to go and. Is it on your? Where can I find it? I need to go and listen, please. These are the things I actually listen to. So, and you have to be very. I think that you have to be very strategic in picking the topics that you listen to as well, because you being in tune with your situation at that moment, it will help you. So imagine if you know yourself, if you're insecure, these are the kind of things that you listen to podcasts about dealing with insecurities, because you're not alone. There are people that have dealt with it. Then you find out and you figure out how they actually dealt with it and how they've gotten to where they are today. Do you understand? High income skills to learn: graphic design, logo design, software engineering, interior decoration, fashion design, branding, donuts making, basically baking, event planning, drone photography. These are skills if you're interested. Thank you, the favorite. Funny enough, it's only fashion design I'm interested in. Interior decoration, yeah. So yeah, so you need to be in tune with yourself, and that's why I said spend time with yourself, so that you can know if you're progressing, how you feel about yourself. Like you need to be truthful, because there are two people you cannot lie to. You cannot lie to yourself and you cannot lie to God. This life is becoming very long. I need to round up soon. You cannot lie to yourself and you cannot lie to God. So you need to actually be in tune with yourself, figure out where you are at a particular point in your life, and then if you feel like you're not feeling good, even if you feel good about yourself, continue to feel yourself, because you can never get enough of positive content. Never ever. It will only imagine if you keep doing something over and over and over again, you get really perfect at it. Like you get to a point where nobody can shake you in life. I mean, you'll be wondering where you got confidence from. It's just consistency. You need to be consistent. So podcast, I was recommending Oprah Winfrey, Confidence and Killing It. I've forgotten her name. I think her name is Tammy. But the one that she even did with her mom is the owner of Rough and Tumble Kids. I hope I'm right too. But yeah, that one, her podcast is amazing as well. Who else was I listening to? Sometimes I listen to just random podcasts, just to have a good laugh. And I said what I said. They make me laugh. The Receipts podcast. Hey, the Receipt podcast as well, they make me laugh, and they actually talk about some people's dilemmas as well, and then sometimes you can relate and you hear their 2 cents on it. You must not follow every advice that they give, because at the end of the day they're human beings, but more than half of the time they are always right, and they've probably dealt with that kind of situation once in their life or in their lives before. So you can pick one or two things that you can implement in yourself. So yeah, those are the things that I feel that will help you change your life for the better in 2022. You need to boost your confidence. Your self-esteem needs to be up there, whether you feel it or not. Like Rihanna said, you fake it, you pretend, but at the same time go back and address it. You need to face your demons if you want to change your life. You need to face yourself, face your insecurities, face your low self-esteem, face your brokenness, face everything. If you want to make a change, you need to address and know the problems, and then start one by one to start changing those things. And when it comes to businesses and making money, that's where you actually discover a lot of things that you enjoy doing. It's about, this person has mentioned how many skills here: graphic designing. Try out something if you've had some form of love for Photoshop and all of those things. Take extra steps. Take one step at a time, even if it's by downloading what's that thing called? Adobe Premiere Pro, the whole thing, buying it. You have to invest in yourself as well. Yeah. So you have to invest in yourself. So if it's by buying all these little things, if it's YouTube, me, I'm using my phone, so you can use your phone and start something. But I bought my lights, I bought my ring lights, I bought my softbox to start off, to kick off. And then with time, when I actually start making money, I can invest more, improve my lighting, improve my background, improve my, what they call it, my camera as well, buy a new good camera, and all of those things. So you need to actually spend time with yourself to discover what you like, reestablish or reinforce your values, so that nobody can tell you shit. Sorry. So nobody can tell you nada. Reinforce your values. Do not settle for less. Don't enter relationships that do not serve you. Like, you can tell from the beginning if a relationship is not going to serve you. Before you enter and you be in too deep, you cannot come out again. I'm telling you. If somebody genuinely cares about it, you will know. Cares about you, you will know. The signs will be there. Everything, your values will align, because you both are on the same page. You both have the same values and principles, so they're going to align. So don't say, oh, I can understand, he's not like that. Nah, no, don't be the understanding babe. Nah, you can understand, but then effort needs to be made. Effort, for effort and some more needs to be made. Don't fake humble. Don't say, oh yeah, let's grow together. He doesn't have money. It's okay, but he has potential. What? No. Potential what? What was I watching one day? This weave will not buy itself. This face makeup will not buy itself. You need to look good. No, it's not about potential. I mean, no, depending on where you are at. So like I said again, for you to attract the kind of person that you want, you need to be it yourself. If you want someone that has money, you need to have money. If you want somebody that has good personality, you have to have a good personality as well. So you have to feed yourself all the things that you want, all the things that you love. Feed it to yourself first. Then you can even have more to give someone else. And this goes for guys as well. Potential without ambition and drive equals poverty. Facts. Potential without ambition and drive equals poverty. I'm telling you. And how long can you wait to see the person has drive? How long can you wait till the person has ambition? Sis, like again, depending on where you are, what stage of life you are in. If you're at a stage where you are not even ready, you don't have your own, then calm down and get your own. Along the line, the right one will come. I'm telling you. Nyala even said too. All the things that you're looking for in a man, all the things that you're yearning for in a guy, be it yourself, be understanding, be considerate, forgive yourself, tolerate yourself, invest in yourself, spend time with yourself. You like quality time, spend time with yourself, do quality time for yourself. Buy yourself some bottle of champagne, expensive wine, treat yourself nicely. Don't wait for a man to come and treat you nicely. Take yourself on trips, travel. That's why I said I really wish I did all of those things. I can still do them now, don't get me wrong. I will still do them now, but I just wish that I did all these things in my uni days, because I feel like I would have been at a different place in my life now. Like, I would have been top tier, confidence level 1000%. I'm telling you. So yeah, we've passed 1 hour, almost 2 hours. Anyways, I don't know if you guys have anything else to chip in when it comes to lessons you've learned from your 20s, what you would have done differently, what you're going to incorporate in your life in this 2022. Tell me, so that means if I can learn too. I'm also trying to up my game in my life. I'm trying to be a billionaire. Priscilla, we're trying to be billionaires. Someone said, if you were you, would you date it? Good. That's what you should ask yourself when you're spending time with yourself. If you were you, would you date you? Are you toxic? Have you ever asked yourself, am I toxic? I'm telling you, like, the whole self-evaluation is deep. if you have money for therapy, I'm of the opinion that everybody needs to see a therapist. But I know that therapy can be expensive. So yeah, everyone needs a therapist. But I would ask you, if you were you, would you date you? This is the whole journey of being, you know, I don't know the English. English has failed me today, but this is how you discover yourself. This is literally how you discover yourself. You need to spend time and address your demons, address your insecurities, address the things that you feel are very toxic, that you feel like, this is what is driving people away. This is what is making people mad around you. Like, you need to do all these things. Face it. It's a hard nut to crack. I'm telling you. When I was seeing things in myself, I'm like, hey, Jesus, Obsy, let me just run out of this place and just go and act like everything is fine. But no, I'm like, the earlier, the better. Because if I don't do it now, it will catch up with me in future again. And then I might even be married, and then, God forbid, for divorce because of nonsense. So you need to actually address yourself now. Like, if you're single, spend time with yourself. Spend time with yourself. The parents said, I can date me. Please, I'm just semi-broke. Please let them pity me. I have potential. I'll be well in the private jet. I'm telling you, that's the level I'm on. I'm semi-broke. We are still leveling up. So if you're already there, you can come and help my soul. I mean, like, again, we're not just sitting down waiting for a man to come and sweep us off our feet. It's to trust. How did I miss that? The biggest lesson from my 20s is to trust myself, my instincts, and believe that I'm the shit. Honestly speaking, do you know some things I do sometimes? I go back to my pictures and I put myself as a third person and try to see what people see in me. Sometimes I do that. Like, if I just feel down, I go back and try to see, what do people really see in me when they think that I'm very confident or whatever? Like, because I don't feel it. So I usually go back and look at my picture and say, wow, Obsy, I babe, ha! Hey, Obsy, you can dress. So like, I will say it to my, you need to, as the man thinketh, so, what is that Bible verse? Please help me. As the soul thinketh, as the man thinketh, so is he. Something like that. But yeah, you need to say it to yourself. Positive affirmations, write it down. Like, don't say it to your mind, I'm saying yeah. No, write it down. Write down your goals as well. Write down your goals, write down your dreams. It might look very unrealistic right now, but write it down. I'm telling you, the things, when I looked at my journal like from years ago and I saw the goals I wrote down, honestly speaking, I did not even realize when I had literally ticked off all the boxes on that list. I'm telling you, like, it was a shocker to me. Like, how did I not even realize that I have actually achieved something with myself? Like, I've actually done things. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Thank you very much. Plus, a relationship with God is the best built in your 20s, so you can get direction for the future and always say yes. That would be my last point to round up this thing. Spending time with yourself includes also spending time with God. Like I said, I've come to a point where, I just hope I don't slack, but I've come to a point where if I don't read my Bible a day, and that was usually my prayer point, God, make me hunger for your word. If I don't read my Bible a day, I am not myself. Like, it's like I'm hungry. I want to actually hunger. I want to feel it that, there's something off about me. As a man thinker in his heart, so is he. Yeah. Proverbs 23:7. Yes. I want to actually hunger for your word. That has always been my prayer point. And I've gotten to a point where if I don't read my Bible, or if I don't even hear a sermon that's supposed to boost my spirit, I'm not myself. I'm really, really not myself. So I feel like you should also incorporate that. Like, try to take it one day at a time. You will not feel great at once. I'm telling you, you will not feel great at once. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. Again, consistency and perseverance. So please try and focus so much, because the Bible also says, hey, I don't talk pastor. The Bible also says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing will be added unto you. Deep it. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing will be added unto you. Seek God first, and literally everything else that you want, wait, deep it oh. Just seek God. Like, God, I love you and I want to be your friend. It's like actually having a partner. If you have a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, you want to talk to your partner every day because you're in a relationship. So it's the same thing. Having a relationship with God, meaning you have to speak to him every day. You have to hear from him. Like, how would you live your life without, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you don't talk to the person, do you think the person cares? No. So imagine if you don't talk to God when you claim you're in a relationship with God. God will obviously think that you don't care about him, which is actually the truth. So yeah, again, seek God first. When you seek God, literally everything that you want in life, the things that you even think are impossible, will be added onto you. We take some of these words for granted because we just feel like, yeah, it's just Bible. But honestly, there are times where even in uni days, I used to struggle, like maybe in reading or something, passing an exam, I would struggle, I would cry. And then something will always tell me, why are you crying? You've not prayed. Honestly, when I used to hear those voices, I'll be like, where do I even start from? Because I've literally not prayed all week, all month, all year. I've not gone to church. Then now, because I have an exam, and I start praying. These are the lies that we tell ourselves. Why are you crying when you can actually tell God you are broke, right? You have a father that cares. You ask your father, Daddy, I want food. He will give you. See, my father told me if I fail an exam, I should not even consider suicide. Yes, see, I should not even consider suicide one bit. Say, I'm not tired. My dad told me, I'm not tired of taking care of you. That's a father that loves you unconditionally. How much more God that loves you? How much more God? And your father will never let you go hungry. So imagine God that is the creator of your father. So at the end of the day, we try to control everything by ourselves, but we need to be constantly reminded that we are not in control of our lives. Literally, God is in control. So if he knows the future, why don't you just let him handle everything and you just sit back and just have your relationship, like talk to him and laugh with him, and that's all. Literally, that's all you need to do. Just interact with God like your partner. So that's what I'll call it a night now. I've fed my soul, and I hope I fed you guys. Yes, I'm going to read my Bible after this. I love that. I love that. I love that. Honestly speaking, like this has really also boosted my spirit. I didn't know how this life was going to go. Honestly, I was so scared. I was so nervous. I'm like, what if nobody shows up? I'm so grateful to you guys for showing up. I'm thankful for it. I didn't even know the topics I was going to talk about. I knew I was going to talk about adulting because it has really kicked me in the butt. Yeah, but I'm glad that we've talked about literally everything, like adulting, relationship with God, relationship with our spouses, like relationships in general, your self-esteem, body positivity, everything. We've talked about everything. And guys, please do not ever look down on yourself at all for any reason. There's somebody out there admiring you and you don't just know it. One time I went to church with an empty I just went into an empty church and broke down. Hadn't even prayed or gone to church in like 2 years. Uni without God was rough. Honestly, uni without God, life without God in general, I'm telling you, I don't know how people do it, but life without God is chaotic. And I've seen it play out in my life. I've seen it play out. So please, let's make God the core of our lives. I'm telling you, everything else will be easy. I'm so glad you enjoyed, Priscilla. Thank you for being here. I'm really, really appreciative of this. Now, I gotta run. Let me go and chop food. Let me also go and read my Bible. Like, I'm so inspired. Should I do this more often? I'm scared. Hope people will turn up next time. I'm so scared. But yeah, I'm definitely going to read my Bible. I'm so happy. Like, I actually have a positive mindset now. And I'm so glad that you guys have been inspired as well. So, thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm going to catch you in my next video or in my next live. Love you guys. Thank you.